Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing a video giving my thoughts on two new videos from AMC. We have both a new sort of short teaser trailer for Fear the Walking Dead, and we also have a behind the scenes sort of on filming on set from Michael Cudlitz, who of course plays Abraham Ford on The Walking Dead. Okay, so I'll put the links in the description to both of these so you guys can go ahead and check them out from AMC. I wanted to quickly do a video giving my thoughts on them since they were pretty much just hit within the last day or so. So first, the Fear the Walking Dead new teaser trailer. I don't know how you feel about Fear the Walking Dead's kind of tone or theme. You know, it sounds very like movie theater, you know, I just don't know how I feel about the score. I mean, so far we've seen the trailers, you got a lot of these, you know, big ominous tones and stuff like that, and very trailer stuff, and it just feels a little silly to me personally. It feels a little unrealistic, even the acting in this one, not Kim Dickens, but the kid who's talking to her and he's telling her about how there's this virus spreading, and she tells him that he needs to spend less time online on the internet. And that if something was happening, the authorities would tell us, and he kind of smirks at her, whatever you want to say. And, you know, I don't know. It's okay, I guess. I'll put that at the top of the description for the links. And my thoughts on it really are, okay, so I like Kim Dickens. She's awesome in Gone Girl. She's perfect, I think, for this kind of a show because she's a great drama actress. And I am interested to see what they do with her. But I do think it's kind of funny, you know, the kind of the two rationales and what would happen in real life if there was actually something like that went viral or spread, you know, like that. And would the authorities tell us or not? If it comes to the U.S. government, I would say they probably wouldn't. Most likely. Now, just to be totally honest here, but it also shows a little bit about your zeitgeist or your worldview when you come to, you know, one person online, you know, reading. I'm kind of more like that kind of side where I'm a little bit more mistrusting because I know a lot about, you know, some of the stuff that the U.S. government does, not just them, other governments too, and how they kind of, you know, compartmentalize information. They seal up information, and they if that situation was to actually happen, I tend to think they'd take action for sure, but I don't know if they would really, warn people right off the bat. Probably not, because they wouldn't want to cause a panic that could be in riots, which could be more dangerous anyway. So they probably would kind of keep it. You know, they put out kind of the messages like we saw in the previous teaser of, you know, stay indoors, that kind of thing. You know, stay calm, whatever. I tend to think it'd be more like that is how it would go down in real life, actually. I don't think they would put the big red alert out. You know, a zombie apocalypse is coming. You know, and everybody just loses their shit and goes nuts, starts boarding out the windows and everything. Although, that might be more beneficial to random survivors out there. I don't think they would do that, to be honest with you. I think they would kind of seal it up as much as possible and do what we're seeing in the show, which is kind of funny. I also like kind of her perspective on it, because she's like institutionalized. She's a teacher, right? So she's kind of more trusting versus the other side of mistrusting. It tells a little something about your personality, which side you would be on in that situation. Me, I'm kind of more to the mistrusting side, and that's just the brutal honesty of the situation. But, you know, that's pretty profound if you think about it. I do like the short teaser. It's only 30 seconds, and it is some fun. But again, the theme, I just don't know how I feel about the theme. I haven't quite found it in my mind yet. It still feels like I'm watching a movie or I'm watching a show. It doesn't feel like I'm totally into it. So we'll see how the premiere turns out, but it does look like some fun. Okay, then the second video is the greetings on set from season 6, which is fun. It's basically done by Michael Cudlitz. He's the one who's kind of interviewing everybody, and he's actually pretty funny. Which I think we've seen like 1 or 2 videos with him before where he's done this kind of thing, but he kind of just basically jokes around and goes around on set and talks to some different people. So we get to see him talk to Lenny James Morgan, of course, which is cool to see him back. He's got kind of the staff with him. You can see a little bit of him practicing or that. And he kind of asks him like what we're going to see with it, and it does seem like we'll probably see some kind of flashback with Morgan. So I'm really excited to see that. I can't wait to see that. I really hope they do that in season 6, pretty much right off the bat in the first couple episodes. he also talks about the first episode being really big and going to be a lot of fun. So I'm excited for that as well too. They've got their work cut out for them if they're gonna, outdo season 5's premiere. I don't know if they're going to be able to outdo season 5 premiere, but it should be some fun either way. He talks to Lauren Cohan, of course, who plays who's Maggie, which is fun, and Sasha, and he talks to Denai Guerrero, who plays, of course, Michonne. And while he's asking her some questions, Norman Reedus, I don't know what he's doing. He makes out with her, I guess, or something. I don't know. It's pretty funny, and she's funny too as well. And you can see Norman obviously having some fun. I do think his personality. I do think Norman Reedus and the passion he has for the show and how much fun he has in and around set and doing stuff like that, especially with the the conventions and stuff. He's always going to all the conventions, and he's doing everything. I really think it has made a difference with Daryl's character for their decision to keep him on all the way through rather than killing him off at some point. If he wasn't as much fun and he didn't make Daryl such a great character, he may not even still be in the show right now. He may have been killed off earlier on in the series, because who knew from the beginning that he was going to be a character that would kind of always kind of be there, because he doesn't even exist in the comic book series. So I really feel like his passion for it, his energy, and everything he does in and around, with not only just with the cast, but also with fans, and that has kept him there. So that was kind of funny. He's also got this thing where he likes to lick people's faces. I don't know what to say about that. It's funny, I guess. I don't know. So that's pretty much all I gotta say about it. It looks great. I think they're shooting some kind of scene like out on, similar to what we see a lot of times in and around, forest, that kind of thing, on small, town roads and that. So it'll be interesting to see the contrast of how Fear the Walking Dead inside the city looks versus, the regular Walking Dead, which looks like with Season 6, obviously, going to be seeing a lot of, similar to what we've been seeing so far. So it looks like a lot of fun. So let me know what you guys thought about both of the clips, the Fear the Walking Dead one and the Walking Dead one. I'll probably do another Q&A, probably tomorrow or the next day for you guys for the Walking Dead. Then I got to do one for Game of Thrones as well, too. And, really excited for Season 6 of the Walking Dead. Definitely, I would say, more excited for that than Fear the Walking Dead. The teaser trailers for Fear have me a little bit like, it looks good, but I don't know. To be honest, it doesn't look like it's going to be as good as the original Walking Dead. That's what I'm saying so far. But anyway, we'll talk more about that in the Q&A. Leave your comments below on what you guys thought about that. What your favorite part of the greetings on set was, and any other observations you've noticed from the video. Should be great. Anyway, write your comments. If you guys like the video, please thumb it up below. If you want to support the channel, please share, please favorite. And if you're new and you want to subscribe, you can go ahead and subscribe at the bottom left. That's it for this one, guys. We'll see you again probably tomorrow or the next day. As always, it's Trev, saying peace.